Okay, we're going.
Okay, so this is a little cottage, a very old English cottage. Grandpa Les, what time period do you think it's from?
Well, it's from 1610. If you look at the door, it's over the window, look.
Oh, yeah.
And it's got a thatched roof
Yeah.
that's straw and thatched together, they call it.
Oh.
Use the corn to thatch the roof.
And that's how they used to do it in the olden days, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now they sell fruit and vegetables.
It's a shop.
Yeah, it's a shop now.
Yeah.
But it used to be someone's home.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's take you along the little lane back here. A very old lane with lots of old buildings. So you can see what a really old street in England looked like a long time ago. So how old do you think the little lane is, Ian?
Similar to that, you're talking the early 1600s, just before the English Civil War, about 30 years before.
Oh, okay. Well, you can turn it towards yourself when you're
Oh, sorry, English Civil War, about 30 years before it started. But of course the buildings are not built all at the same time, so you have some which are Elizabethan and some which are a bit later in the 18th century. And here we are.
Here we are.
Church Lane.
Look how beautiful it is. Very old English street.
Okay, so notice the top layer. That's because in the old days, if you were throwing any unmentionable stuff out of the window, like toilet waste, you had to make sure it didn't hit anybody on the bottom. That's the reason why in English old-fashioned houses like this is Elizabethan again, probably a bit earlier actually. Okay, but I'll have this over, so just bear with me. Hold that.
Okay. Okay. So now we'll walk up the lane and show you a little bit of the buildings up here, and then we'll show you our churchyard.
Okay. Sorry about that. Minor correction. It is. You'll also notice that this road curves slightly. That's because in ancient English times, when they first started to build properties, they followed the old plough lines of the field. And ploughs tend to be ever so slightly curved. When you push a plough, the horse tends to pull to one direction. That's the reason why this road is curved. I'm full of this sort of stuff. I told you some of the buildings were later. Here's an example. This is 18th century. Which is a bit younger than most of the other buildings here, because most of these are medieval. I'm being told to shut up now. Very, very warning indeed. What else? Okay.
Yeah, something I can candle
Oh, what?
There's a sign ahead of you.
Oh, yes. Let's wait for the damn yank. On that note, not on that note, it's probably the most impressive church in Stafford.
This is our beautiful churchyard.
St Mary's parish of Stafford. What do you want to know about this?
Yeah. How old is it, Uncle Ian?
1400s.
Wow. Is that older or newer than the other church we saw?
It's about 200 years later. You can tell by the design it's much more ornate. Well, the original church on the site would have been normal, but that's back end of Henry the VII, if we get into Henry the VIII, in about 1510. Early Gothic style. And yeah, the thing about churches is that they knock one down and use the rubble of the previous church to build the old one. So probably a lot of you'll notice that the brickwork's different between various levels. You'll get some stone that's robbed from the old church and reused. So although that's a comparatively new church, it will still have the same stone of the very first Norman and probably even Saxon churches on the site. I'm going to shut up now because I'm starting to sound like a real bore.
Okay. Well, if you're still awake, we'll go to the castle next. So see you in a few minutes. Bye.
Bye.